Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. Today is October 6th, and I'm doing another three card tarot reading. This is a reading for everyone, something for you to think about. In October, I'm doing three card readings every day, 31 days of tarot card readings. All right, so we're on day 6, and the reading today is going to be a three card reading, which tells you something that you need revealed, something to expand upon, and a message or action to take. All right, so here we go. I'm going to cut the deck and choose a pile. I'm choosing this one. And here we go. So I'm using Lightseers Tarot from Chris-Anne Donnelly. And first card for today, what needs to be revealed? Ooh, we have Temperance in reverse. So Temperance is one of those cards. It's like it's a card about moderation or balance or keeping things in the right amounts. So, if you're going to temper something, you're going to temper your expectations. You're just going to make sure that they're not too big for whatever's going to happen. But in a reverse position, this card is sort of exposing that maybe you're not being, I want to say prudent, but maybe you're not practicing moderation. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're overindulging in something, or maybe you have too high expectations. So what's being revealed here is that something's out of balance, and maybe you're being impatient, or maybe you're taking on too much. I always feel like temperance has more to do with attitude than it does to do with situation. So, probably here you need to think about whether or not you're allowing your expectations to match reality. Are you not expecting enough from yourself? Are you expecting too much for yourself? Are you being drastic? Are you are you trying too hard? Something's out of balance here. Something is not lining up quite right. If you look at this card in its upright position, I'll just angle it here so you don't get as much glare, but he's got this beautiful shining angel light behind him and wings, and he's got the sun and a moon and all of this creating a lot of power. And when all that's in balance, things are good. The planets are aligned. You get this sense of harmony and moderation, and and things being as they should be. But when we have it in reverse, there's definitely something upset. So just dig around a little bit there and see how that applies to you. In what areas of your life do you feel like maybe you have some sort of um, extreme or lack of balance or harmony? Where are you allowing your attention or your expectations to be skewed? All right, next card. This one is a card about expansion. So what do we need to expand? Oh, another reversed card and another major arcana. So interesting. So it's card number 17, and I like number 17. This is like one of my lucky numbers. I was born on the 17th, and many of my friends were born on the 17th. So this is a card that often turns up on lotto tickets and other places. I think I wore this number on my jersey when I played sports in school for many years. Any chance I could be number 17, that was me. So I always stop when I see this card. And I love the colors. Let's turn it right side up here so you can see her holding this star on a tether. It's like it's her star. It's on a string. Um, so, if we're expanding on this energy, it's definitely going to pull us somewhere. But let's just look at this card in its reverse position for a second. And the way the light is below her and she is above the light, there's something about this with she's upside down. In this case, it's almost like she's, like the hanged man and looking down into a swirl of reflected light from something below. So there's a sense almost here of seeking instead of fulfilling your wishes. There's something here which is more of a seeking energy. It's more of a wistful energy as opposed to an empowered energy. And I bet it has something to do with this imbalance. If we've got expectations that are not reasonable, then we're going to find ourselves not looking at the star, not finding the point of light that inspires us. So I think if we're going to expand on this, it's going to bring us something that was harder to find. I think we need to expand on our willingness to go deep. We need to expand on our quest for opportunity. Really, really digging deep to make sure that we're tethered to reality. So there's hope and expectation, but with an anchor as opposed to a star. I'm going to come back to this card because I feel like it's telling me more, but I'm not able to articulate it. So after we look at the message or the action, maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more direct explanation of what I'm feeling from that card. So this last one is either a message from the tarot or an action to take. And it's another reverse card. And I mix my cards up. They're not all in one direction. So I didn't just turn these over upside down. But the action here to take is the Fool in reverse. So I really feel like there's some caution today. I think today is a day to be a little cautious. Things are out of balance. We need to feel tethered, and we need to make sure that we're not being naive. We need to make sure that we're facing things for what they really are and not leaping before we look. I think today is a day to maybe just to just pull it back a little bit. Take something off your plate. Take a look at the big picture. Are you comfortable with the plans you're making? Are you comfortable with where things are going? I mean, today's Tuesday, so Tuesday is usually like a productivity day. For me, it is. Tuesday's a day is like, all right, the week is ahead of me. I can get things done. By Thursday, Friday, it's like, oh, the weekend is coming. I'm gonna relax. But here on Tuesday, we've got the week ahead of us, and I think that if we're not careful, we could end up having a little bit too much on our plate, and not feel like we're able to balance it and get it all done. It also feels like a bit of a heavy energy day. These cards are all major arcana, and they all sort of point to um, you know being aligned with direction and purpose. And they're all upside down. So there's just this sense of needing to take stock, a sense of needing to just make a course correction, a sense of needing to be sure that we're tethered to something that's holding us, and that we're not going to leap into something before we're really poised to do it. Obviously, if we've got expectations that don't match reality, and we leap, we're going to find ourselves in a mess. And if we're not tethered, if we're not really bringing a grounded sense of expectation and being able to return to that core, then we're going to set ourselves up for being set adrift into something that's more than we are willing to or prepared to take on. So I guess the message here, it's a bit of a wake-up call today. Just adjust yourself. Don't take on too much. Don't push forward with something that's not quite right or ready, make sure that you are prepared and and scale back. I think this message is going to be really quite helpful for some of us who needed that permission to just pause and assess and reassess and realign and get ready instead of allowing ourselves to be taken off balance and off tether. So yeah, I hope this message has been helpful for you. I'd love it if you leave me some comments. Obviously, putting up tarot readings into the internet, it's always nice to get some feedback from others to see if these messages are resonating with you and how you've been finding them helpful or how you've been putting them to use. So that's your reading for today, October 6th, and I'll be back tomorrow with another 3-card reading. Thanks for joining me.